Hey everyone, thanks for joining the stream. I see some people showing up. Let me know if you can hear me. We will begin shortly. Everyone, I see a bunch of people in the chat already, which is great. Indrum asked, when is the One Punch Man collab? Yeah, so I don't know the exact dates for that yet. They haven't announced it yet, so it's kind of hard to say at the moment. So maybe like a month or two. They're still balancing the class right now, so yeah, I'm not too sure when they're going to release it.
Want to know how
Hello everyone, just giving a minute so I can hello, hopefully the volume's okay. Okay, we'll begin in a minute or so. Just need to make sure the volume and stuff is okay. Do let me know if you can hear me okay. Okay, cool. Yep, just verified the volume's okay on another device. So, yep, thanks everyone for joining. One thing is we do have codes today, so yeah, feel free to write stuff in chat. And yep, we're gonna have some fun today on our live stream. Okay, great. Thanks for confirming, Rodrigo. Yeah, if you do talk on the stream, do let me know whether you're global or C, and you can reach out to me on Discord or do the codes properly. So I'm just gonna put up the Discord just so people know. Let me just put this up so it's bigger. Thanks. Apologies. Yep, this one. So I do put my Discord here, so in case people want the codes for later, do reach out to me there. Or you can just tell me if you're global or C. And yeah, C people is harder for me to reach out to because I don't have a C account. It keeps getting banned, but yep, for the global people, you can leave your ID here so I can reach out to you and give you your codes either in-game or I think Discord is preferred. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. How's everyone doing on this Friday? Hope people are feeling good. All right. So one of the things I did want to cover was today's the last day for the Wataru event. So I know a bunch of you had tried to roll for things with it. Yeah, for me, I definitely wanted to get the Wataru class because it is one of the best classes in the game for doing boss hunting. Let me just bring it up. So yeah, it was fun to sort of level it up. Unfortunately, you may have saw the interview I had with Rec Room 17. Unfortunately, I cannot hit as hard as he does, so he was hitting for like 2.1 billion on his video. But yeah, definitely because I've lower deposits, I definitely couldn't hit as hard as him. But it's still a fun class. I'll probably use it for dealing with Lord of House of Cards. He's especially annoying, so being able to one-shot him just makes it easier for everyone as we clear it. Some of the other things is, I know a lot of people were wondering about this card. So the Machine Dragon Wing card, definitely one of the best cards in this game. And so, yeah, the cost for this, like it varied a lot. I think a lot of people, even in the initial video I had, was asking about how much it costs. For me, it was about $200 US, and I've heard the same thing mentioned by other people as well. If you're not US dollars, the best way to think about it is you're basically, if you had double recharge, you're basically spending basically these last 2 tiers. That's about how much it costs. And then at the time, they had some bonuses for BCC as well. And there's also this pouring vault that lets you have a bunch of BCC as well. So basically to get that, it was about $200 US. Let's just see. Yeah, this one, I do have some footage for the rolls that at the time I didn't have time to make a full video on it, but yeah, definitely trying the rolls here, hitting that 300 BCC a couple of times. And yeah, this one was one where it was kind of brutal because you did need 228 of those golden things to get it. So it did have to blow through a whole bunch of BCC trying to get this. And then one of the tricks that people often use is you do have to do refining as well. So if you had refined the headwear to 5, then you could sell it for 6. Oh, I see someone, Hadyat said it cost him 3k BCC. Yeah, that's about right. It was definitely pretty brutal for some people. And especially, let's see if I have this video. Once I was able to sell everything, yep, so getting close to that amount was pretty painful too. Like, it definitely was not fun, especially because 228 just kind of puts it at a really for it. You feel like you're so close, but yet so far. So I was sort of stuck around like 200 something, and it did cost me like maybe a couple more rolls just to get the amount required. So, but yeah, this was all for getting the best in slot for this gear. So I think it was worth it if you're really into MVP hunting. For me personally, it just helps me with dealing with being able to help carry legend runs, because I think before that I definitely wasn't performing as high as I'd want to in legend runs, so it definitely helped a ton. Hello everyone. Yep, still let's see what else. Yep, so that's what I wanted to cover in terms of the Wataru event. Yeah, for global, this is the last day, so yep, definitely try your luck in case you want to get the Wataru stuff. Then the other thing I wanted to cover, which people can also put feedback to, is where do you spend your BCC these days? So I know ROM has had a bunch of really interesting things, I guess interesting ways to get us to spend BCC. So one of the common things that I probably spend way more BCC than I should is going for the card machine. So every day you get 3 refreshes for spending 8 BCC each. I do use this pretty often because I've had some decent luck with this. Like, I have been able to get the flute player card from here, which helped with the flute player star crafting. I also got Alice as well, which helped with the Alice star card because that's really expensive without having a bunch of it. So yeah, the card machine is definitely really useful. That's one that I spend money on. And yep, I see my wife Fiery Fairy is on, so she also spends a bunch of BCC rolls for this machine, and she's gotten some really good card like Sassfire, I believe Divine, and Gloom as well. So definitely some really good MVP cards. So yeah, definitely give it a try. I find that this one, even if you don't get any good cards, you still get 50 Nolan cards, so it still helps you towards eventually getting a next Nolan roll. So I think this one is pretty good value. One of the other stuff that I do pretty often is whenever you do a job change, they'll have this notification that you can pretty much spend 88 BCC, and you basically get a bunch of origin books, and you also get these vouchers. So I used up my normal Rune vouchers, but you can use this to do self-select. So I find this incredibly good for getting stuff that you're missing. So for example, for Gunslinger, I need the Flight Fire Rune, so I always get this one and try to get the 3rd line with a good 1st line. So if you've never used this before, for example, for the S-Star one, I previously used this to get one I needed. So Taekwon, at the time, I'm still missing some good ones. So for example, you can just go here and say, if you needed a better Galaxy Shatter Star Rune, you can go ahead and purchase it. So there's some pretty good value here. And I see Piriko said simple 10 boxes of Zenny weekly and 3 discounted cards. Yep, those are pretty good. And then I see Nisram was asking, what's the best hero combo with Nidhogg? So what do you mean by best hero combo? Like if you had an existing one already, or what ones in your party that you should combo with? I'm not too sure what you're asking. Picro basically said that any class. So yeah, she has some good skills. I haven't played with her too much on the CBT server, but yeah, I do like that she has the like anti-death for a bunch of people in the party, and I believe group res as well. So that's pretty nice. Definitely, I think any DPS class will benefit from it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when that's going to come out. I'm surprised that they didn't release it earlier, because I know for Thanatos, we were testing that out for a bit on CBT, and also Nidhogger is also on CBT. So I thought they would have released it at the same time because they've done a bunch of testing already, but I guess they didn't right now. So yeah, definitely that's one of the hero classes coming out. So really looking forward to it. I know some people have asked what I think are the best hero classes coming out. So you do have One Punch Man coming out. And yeah, you do have to... yeah, I think that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. I think Saitama is probably the best of all the hero classes so far. And I'll sort of just switch to Thanatos. So yeah, some people have mentioned it's horrible for second line. So if you're not familiar with these hero classes, they are horrible for runes. If you want to unlock your passive skill here, like here I don't have any second lines, so unfortunately I don't have anything here. But yeah, you have to get all the second lines, and the rates are so low. Like basically if you don't have enough runes, you won't actually have anything. So for my Thanatos, I had 0 runes. So I actually had to buy the Thanatos BCC box, mostly just for content creation. But yeah, none of these are second lines. The rates are extremely bad. Like I think on my CBT account, I went through tons and tons and tons of runes just to unlock them. And yeah, you have a 6% chance and you need them for 6 runes. So it's an absolute pain to get them. Let's see, what else is on the chat? Yeah, so a lot of people asking about Saitama. I don't know when it's coming out. Probably in a month or 2 if I had to guess. They're still balancing the class. I know Genos got some balance changes because, yeah, when I first tried it out, it felt kind of weak. I see Stealth Hunter will be great with new arrow combo. Yep, that's true too. Submit says, is Global getting the plus 15 headgear voucher? Yeah, so unfortunately, so C got them because they had the anniversary. But for Globals, ours is in like January, I think, which kind of sucks for us because, yeah, the plus 15 headgear voucher is extremely good. And especially if you were struggling to get the Wataru card, you could have refined some of that headgear to 15 and then sold it. And I think you would have got about 100 of those golden currencies. So that would have saved you probably like a bunch of money. But I know probably a lot of people that play PvP, they want to save it for something really meaningful, or I guess a common one people spend. And one that I recommend is, I always in the past had spent it on Epic Spirit Lightning, and I did it for my alts as well. It's just such a good headwear to have. I see John Pascal saying November 21st. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot for that information. Yeah, so I guess look forward to it. In 10 days you can get it. And yeah, absolutely, I think Saitama is the really, really good one. So the reason why I'm not a big fan of, I guess Thanatos, one of the things I'm not a big fan of is damage, because there's different sequences. The initial one, like you sort of have to wait a couple phases, and sometimes it's kind of buggy with this too, but your initial hits are kind of weak in comparison. Like it's only the final one that sort of does a bunch of damage. I'm not sure if I've took stuff off, but yeah, it's kind of underwhelming, to be honest, without the, especially for MVP hunting. I don't like that the first hit is kind of weak. Let me just change this to something like wind. Yeah, so the thing I didn't like about Thanatos is for MVP hunting, the initial shot is just kind of low. It's only the final one where it's actually doing a bunch of damage. So the reason why I think Saitama is better is you can actually hit really hard right away. I think I like Thanatos for doing PvE though. Like I was able to try it out in Legend with some of my Zenith guildmates, and I was able to deal, I guess, a decent amount of damage. So even though I don't have plus 15 gear for, I guess, the weapon, and I don't have a lot of the magic attack stuff, it was still pretty decent, like considering, compared to my Novice Guardian, which I did spend a lot of Zenny on, it still performed decently well. I think the thing that makes this character really good and why people really like it is the damage scaling. So, for example, its final phase, it does attack and magic attack, multiplies it by a huge multiplier of 3,200, and then also has abysmal marks which stack on the enemies. And honestly, the damage scaling from the magic attack and physical attack is always makes it really good for late game. So I don't really have that much. Like for me, I have 21,000 attack, about 19,000 magic attack without food buffs, and yeah, it does scale pretty well. I've also tried this on my really low depot slave account as well. So that one has 10% deposit, and I think with all its gear on, it's about 10,000 attack, 5,000 magic attack. And I was actually surprised it could clear, or it could at least deal half damage to the Brave level Golem, which I don't think any of my other classes on that account would be able to do that much damage. I think I have LB on it, and yeah, it just can't do that much. So I think it's actually pretty good for new players as well. So I'm glad that they did release it. Yep, I see Colin Stewart saying, can't wait for One Punch Man, but I'm dreading the ruins. Yep, absolutely. It's going to be pretty painful. I guess one thing is, yeah, there's a lot of people, yeah, we will cover One Punch Man a bit later on. But one of the topics I did want to bring up was about the class change voucher. So one of the things that was, I guess, a bit of surprise to many people is they basically made class change free if you do certain things. So I guess you basically just have to clear the instance. So for example, if I look at character and class, they'll pretty much list which ones you have to do to either you beat Lost Isles or you beat Museum, and you'll get a free job change voucher. So for example, I cleared it with Novice Guardian, so I got a free one. So, I mean, a lot of people were wondering, like, what's the point of this? Like, I think, especially for people that spent BCC like I did, unlocking a bunch of classes, it doesn't feel good, I guess, but I think for the health of the game, they really need to give these things because, for instance, I've had a friend who started off with Dragon Fist, and Dragon Fist is really bad for free-to-play, and it doesn't perform very well for farming, and if your gear sucks, it's pretty awful for doing PvE as well. So it's good that they added this because it sort of allows you to still, if you change your mind in a class or want something else, you can definitely change to a class that's actually better. So you end up like not quitting the game because you picked a crappy class, and instead you can actually pick a better class. One of the things is I wanted to quickly bring up was also, I was trying to think of a tier list for it because I know a lot of people are asking like, what class should I choose if I have a free job change voucher? So I'm just going to quickly bring up the screen so people can see it. Let's see. Oh, I see Submit saying offline battle should be free. Yeah, I would doubt that. But then again, I would also argue that for a lot of the classes, you don't necessarily need offline battle. It's mostly for Stellar Hunter or classes that have the server lag issue where you're like double hitting stuff. So, yep. Yeah, I see John X saying I know a lot of people use their ruins on Thanatos. Yes, I do think Thanatos is very strong. So going through hundreds of ruins for Thanatos, definitely not a bad idea. Perkuro said, I unlocked all 21 classes. Where's my BCC? Let us sell those vouchers for BCC. Yep, I have the same feeling. Definitely spent a bunch of BCC, but oh well, it's for the health of the game. I think you definitely want to... I mean, in the past, spending BCC for a job unlock was more to make it fun because you can get bored of a class real fast. Like, for example, right now my Novice Guardian's more or less done, and I probably would have been really bored with the game, but having fun classes to try out I think is really good for the health of this game, so I'm definitely okay with the devs making it free for people. So yeah, in terms of what class change vouchers, if you're choosing one, so at the top, I'm just going to move Saint first. So in my opinion, I would consider Saint to be an S tier one for class change voucher. And the reason is because pretty much everyone needs a Saint in their party. One thing is, if you are a Saint, you definitely need to know the mechanics of the game. So definitely watch guides such as, you know, I have a bunch of guides here for PvE, or there's other guides out there as well. Because oftentimes when you're the Saint, you have some pretty big responsibilities. You really need to know the mechanics so you don't end up messing things up for people in your party. So I definitely recommend Priest as, I would consider S tier. The other thing is if you chose a class that sucks for PvE, like say back in the day I was a Stellar Hunter, oftentimes if you're an auto attack Stellar Hunter, people don't really want you in your in those like legend runs because you just don't deal enough damage. And so if you want to be invited to legend runs, definitely get a Saint so you can be in the party and people won't abandon you. The next one on this list is Divine Avenger. I think this one is sort of a, like to me, it's not like a mandatory one for a party. It's definitely nice to have. I think their skills make it pretty good. So I'm mostly going to be talking from a PvE perspective because I don't really play PvP too extensively. In the future, I'll probably cover this list more for PvP when I interview people that are hardcore into it. I'd say Divine Avenger, I mean, people will invite you to the parties and stuff, and your tanking can be useful, especially if you're playing with new parties. Having a tank is pretty good. So I would still consider it to be a pretty decent hero overall, a pretty decent class overall. The next one is Gunslinger, and this one is probably, I'm just going to put over here because this comes with a huge footnote for this one is if you do not have the Flightfire third line Rune with a high first line, Gunslinger is going to suck. But if you do have it, it is definitely S tier for farming. It's also pretty decent for PvP. I know some friends that do use Gunslinger for PvP, so I definitely think Gunslinger is S tier, but you need the runes. One thing you can do with this is you can also create alternate accounts and then farm low level maps with this, and it does some insane farming as well. So I would consider Gunslinger S tier. I believe the next one is Arcane Master. In my opinion, with Arcane Master, I find this class way too fair. Honestly, it's a good class. Like farming is decent for AoE, although in the recent maps the density just isn't there, so oftentimes it's not going to be able to kill a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think it's just a very fair magic class. I think compared to Soulbinder, I find Soulbinder to be much better, so that's why it's not one I would really recommend. If you do have a Novice Guard in your party, you can always help convert, which will be nice for them as well. So, yeah. I would also put Ninja as B tier as well. It's similar to Arcane Master, in my opinion. It's a pretty fair and balanced class, both for magic and for physical. I find it's a pretty fair class. Definitely the whales that use it, they make it look insane, but I'd say in general for a lot of people, it's a very fair class. Next one is I would consider Stellar Hunter's S tier, and the reason why is this is the best farming class in the game. You don't need the ruins because you can already deal pretty good damage. And then Stellar Hunter itself just has so many buffs that even if you're not super whale, you can still deal a ton of damage. You can even farm Komodo these days pretty easy with the gear that they give out. Stellar Hunter definitely, if you chose a class that sucked at farming, you definitely want Stellar Hunter as your farming class. Next is Begetter. So this one is sort of an asterisk one as well. Begetter for late game, I feel like, is not that great. If you're 170, it's definitely, the maps just don't have the density to support it. But yeah, I definitely think that if you're putting it on your alts that are low level, then you can use, you can definitely use the Getter for that. You just farm Glassed Helm on these low-level alts, and it's amazing for that. I've heard reports from some of my friends that you can earn even more Zenny than Stellar Hunter, but you do have to play on these low-level maps. I'm just looking at these chats. Yep, I agree. Good for free-to-play and noobs. Yeah, John X mentioned melee Stellar Hunter. Yes, that's one thing that a lot of people actually do that some people may not know about, is you can actually use a sword with Stellar Hunter. You can actually equip stuff like the wind knife or the fire knife, which is kind of strange that it would, and then at that point you use melee. So yep, even if you weren't ranged before, you can still use melee for Stellar Hunter, and the animation is kind of weird. I don't think I have a wind knife on me handy, but otherwise I would show it, and it's pretty funny, and yes, I know some people do that. Next is Chronomancer. Chronomancer is one of those things where I think it's really good for PvP, but for like PvE, I've always found it to be kind of underwhelming. I mean, I feel like the reason why it's especially not as great right now is if you look at what Taekwon did, the way that they implemented the chance to cast something, the skills for Taekwon just is so much better than Chronomancers that, I don't know, like I feel like I rarely see Chronomancers doing on the board. I think it only really showed up there when it first came out, but there's definitely way better classes for that. Next is Dragon Fist. So I think Dragon Fist is fine for PvP, but man, it is horrible for PvE, especially if you're new to the game. Yeah, the scaling just isn't there. And then the using a Sure Strike just is so painful afterwards that you might as well just pick other classes. Like I would honestly pick Thanatos over that one. Like it's pretty horrible. So yep. Next up, I believe this is Phantom Dancer. Yeah, I think this one has fallen out of favor. I had this as well, but yeah, I just find it's good for PvP, but man, PvE, it's just really, really underwhelming. So I'm going to put it down here. Same with Solar and also Bard as well. I find these classes, when they came out, they were okay, but I think it's just not in the meta right now, especially for PvE. It just isn't strong enough compared to some of those other classes. Next is Thanatos. So I would put Thanatos as S tier. And the reason behind that is this class scales really well. Even for new players, when you hit that final phase 4, the damage is really, really good. So yeah, this is, I think it's also really good if you were a Rune Master and then you just found out that your Rune Master auto attack sucks because your deposit's too low or your gear just can't get the gear, or you can't ever snap a Heavens or Holy Avenger. Have a way out now, because a lot of the other builds for Rune Master are kind of oh, I see Jose saying PD is one of the best for farm. Yeah, I guess this is the farm where you're doing low level ones, I guess. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. I might move it up to B or higher. So this is the one, Jose, where you're talking about they're farming like Ghost Ship or something, and then you're using you're stealing like Storm Gust, I believe, and some other things, and you're farming those ones. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I guess maybe I'll move this over. So this is one of those ones where it could be between them two. So I agree that, yeah, you can do that. I think you're only farming low-level maps. It's one of those ones that's similar to Begetter where you need to farm certain maps and then hopefully you can sell them all on the exchange. I think it's probably easier on C than it is on global because I have seen that strategy before. I believe like Ghost Ship is the one that people commonly use for farming for that one. So yeah, I agree with you, Jose. I'll move it up to B. Yeah, and then, oops, I find, Sin, or Guillotine X or whatever this one's called. Yeah, it's just another one that's not that great for doing, yeah, I mean, it's good for PvP, but I find for PvE, it's just not that great. Especially because poison is not especially strong and it's heavily reliant on poison. I feel like just using converters is much better. Let's see what else. Hedayat said, hope Sir Wobbly will make a video about Thanatos farming using skill calamity level 7. That is an interesting one, so I can actually show that later on my CBD account. Just remind me. I did try that, so it's the problem is the density. So if I can show it later on on my CBT account. The problem is there's just not enough stuff on the screen. Even though you're killing a ton of stuff, it doesn't refresh fast enough. So when I put it on offline farming, you actually don't get as much as you think it would, but I will definitely show that later. It's a pretty funny way to farm, and I would have thought that they would make it really good, so it's almost like pay to win type of farming where, Thanatos level 1 or level 7 just like donut kills everything, which is pretty awesome. Assassin, that's, auto attack. I haven't really tried auto attack much, but yeah, maybe one day in the future. The other one is Rune Master, so this one I think needs to go in the one with the big note. So if you have really high deposits and good gear, then yes, Rune Master is one of the best classes in the game. Can absolutely destroy stuff, and I think it's a lot of classes that people strive for. But yeah, it's definitely a very expensive build. But yeah, one day. I think they do need to fix the problem with Holy Avengers. There's definitely way too little on the exchange. I don't know if eventually they're going to have ancient weapons or something, because I think that's a big gatekeeper to that class. For me, I have a plus 11 heavens, but if you don't have a plus 15, it's definitely really, really rough. So I think right now it's a class that's gate kept a lot, but really, really strong class. Next is Novice Guardian. So this is also another one that I would put a huge note on. If you don't have the two third line ruins that lets you have the self tornado and complete ignore defense, it's gonna be horrible, like absolutely terrible class. You need those, and then it's one of the best classes in the game. I see Hans mentioning, yes, the MDef equipment switch. Yeah, I know some people mentioned that they were supposed to patch that away, but it still worked for me the last time I checked, and a lot of people do it. Yeah, the scaling for RM is crazy, right? Like you basically can do MDef switching, and then you have some crazy magic attack, and the scaling is insane. So that's one of the things I enjoy about these late game classes is can it scale. So unfortunately, Thanatos doesn't have like MDef that helps its damage, but they can't make it that unfair. I'd say the biggest thing that's unfair about Thanatos is if you have max level, you get the 15% penetration stacking, which is kind of insane. Indramon saying RM is Dev's favorite child. Yep. But I mean, you can kind of see why, right? Like people have to spend so much money that it is kind of worthwhile for them. I actually think Novice Guardian is way cheaper. Like it's good Zenny for damage value, and that's why I picked it. I find it's broken, but you don't have to like spend a whole bunch of money on it. Submit saying, what's the best farmer for not having offline farm? Shadow Wave. So Shadow Wave I think is only good if you're farming low level stuff. Like I know some people Shadow Wave like kobolds or stuff in Glass Helm. It's pretty bad otherwise in the new maps. I find it's just density's not there. Best farmer for not offline farm, I think Lightbringer is pretty good. I mean, I don't think you'll really hit the server lag stuff too bad. Your robot can also farm a bit. Dorum is also pretty good as well. But yeah, LB is probably my recommendation for not having offline farming. Next for Soulbinder, I would consider it A tier, or it's either A or maybe close to S. I find that it's just a much better magic class. Like I would always choose Soulbinder over Arcane Master because it's just such a better class with it being able to convert to anything. It also can nuke pretty hard as well. I have some friends that post videos of them just nuking bosses in one shot. So really, really good. And I see some notes about people saying rifts. So yeah, I haven't really done rifts before that much. So I'm just going to bring up... I mean, I know a lot of people have stopped farming, and I remember it was brought up in one of the community calls as well that people just spend a lot of time on the Void right now to use up the combat time instead of farming. The only reason I haven't really done that is I'm it's been pretty busy for me, so I just prefer to just set stuff to farm and just forget about it. Having to deal with, especially I know some people are complaining it can be really competitive, so it's kind of annoying when you try to do stuff in the void and there's other competitors around. It's just not fun. I prefer to just farm in peace and not have to deal with that. Sometimes you can get a bunch of drama as well, but yeah, I know a lot of people do it because there's a lot of benefits from it. Let's see, Hans says, I wish Alchemist summons can auto farm like LB, Robot, and Phantom Dancer can farm too, like Ninja. Yeah, so the thing that I really don't like about Alchemist farming too is, the way that they cast Hell Plants is very suboptimal, and that's why the reason people cheat a lot, which I wouldn't recommend because you can get banned, but yeah, people macro a lot because it's how suboptimal it is. I really wish they would let you have a bit more customization in terms of how to cast Hell Plants, because otherwise the developers are more or less encouraging people to cheat, which is not good. John is saying the rift will take you less than a minute. Okay, maybe I'll try it out one day. Just been really busy lately, so just been farming, but yes, in the future, definitely will try it out. Next one is Taekwon. So I would actually put Taekwon as, it might be one that requires a note as well. It is one of the best classes, I feel like, these days. The being able to convert, and also the auto attack version. The skill one, I don't know, that one's okay, but I've seen a lot of people carrying legend instances with Taekwon, but you do need the auto attack third line Rune for that. Also, you do need really good gear as well. I know when I tried to use my Taekwon, which is not really geared up, it does struggle, whereas when I watch my friends like Requiem17 do it, he's just mowing them down in like 4 seconds, which is just absurd. But this is the class that I really want to build up. I definitely would spend more time investing in Taekwon more than RM, because I feel like RM is just gatekept too much by Heavens and Holy Avengers, and my depot is just a bit too low for that. Dorum, I would actually consider to be S tier, and the reason why is, especially for new players, is the damage scaling for Dorum is based on health, and you will have a lot of health, and getting health boosts is very easy, especially with HP percentage boosts, and also with a lot of unlocks. So oftentimes when people ask me what's the class they should choose to start off, definitely Dorum is one of them. I think people just don't like the look of Dorums, and with the UI changes, their face kind of got messed up too, but yeah, I wish they would fix that too. I think before the UI revamp, their faces looked a lot better. Now it looks kind of messed up, but yeah, anyways, Dorums, with physical and magic. So the physical Dorum, because magic Dorum, you definitely need a lot of good gear for that. Physical Dorum has the one that you deal damage based on health, and Savage Soul and Lunatic Carrot Pound is just really easy to deal damage, and the Lunatic Gunner is also extremely good. So even for farming, it's really good. So that's the one I usually recommend people, is I say Dorum first. And then second I would recommend is Lightbringer, because Lightbringer has really good burst for its damage, for its Zenny. So even with Refined 10 stuff, you can do a ton of damage with Machine Revolution and Pioneer. So if you want to feel some damage, like if you don't like seeing low numbers, LB is really good. And also for farming, because it has like nice passives to get you more Zenny and stuff, it's also really, really good. So yeah, I would recommend that one. I'll just fire up my CBT account in the meantime, and then I can share some stuff about Thanatos. But yeah, so this is roughly the tier list. I'm not sure if people have any more comments they have. Perico saying Magic Dorm is better at farming or PV, even boss hunting. Yeah, so I know a while back when I interviewed Zacht, who's a Magic Dorm main, and he still posts a lot on the community Discord channel. It is true that he says that damage scaling for PvE, it does do very well. So I think with the exception of Dagger Dorm, you'll quickly hit a ceiling. And so I do think that Dagger Dorm, or the normal 1 Dorm, you do hit a... I've seen, I think Zach posting some of his damage in Legend. He does some insane damage. Also for PvP, super annoying. Magic, for farming, Yeah, I don't know if I've seen many dorms on the high-end maps farming for it. I think if you farm low-end maps like the like Ghost Ship, I think a lot of people do Ghost Ship. You can farm a ton. I think back in the day when I interviewed him, that was what he was farming for some events. Oh, and Perico, are you doing Magic Dorm? Because that'd be cool if you are. I don't know many Magic Dorms, but yeah. Oh, I also see ISO Gaming has showed up, who's Meg. You may remember him from the last live stream where he was helping us with the legend runs with Revival. So yeah, one of the things I did want to bring up is someone's asking about Thanatos max level farming. So yep, I can try to show some stuff here on my CBT account. So yeah, I think the thing is I've experienced the CBT whale level Thanatos. So often when I look at my own, I'm like, man, the damage output is definitely not that high. But on my CBT account, because it has such high deposits and magic and physical attack, the damage is quite insane. Let me see if I can bring up the dummy as well. Let me just go into my house real quick. So someone is asking, do you have One Punch Man on your CBT? Absolutely. And I can show it a bit later on as well. So I do have a video where I show its skills. And yeah, it's pretty insane. Let me see here. Oops. So this is my Thanatos on the CBT server. So this is one where it's like fully geared up, a ton of magic attack. Yeah, basically plus 15 stuff. The other thing is it has all its runes as well. So I was able to experience the crazy damage output. So if you look here, basically it has all the second lines. Also has a bunch of like double star stuff. So got really lucky with this one. Well, actually, these CBT accounts that got cloned for us, someone already did all this work for us. Like they cloned it just, I think, as Thanatos was being released. So I think all the content creators more or less have this super whale account. Yeah, this one especially, I think this is the extra damage for the phase 4. Pretty insane damage. So if you look at the skills here, then same thing as you get the 15% pen because it's max. You also get the auto heavy roll plus your phase 1 damage. You get this really nice donut effect, which does a ton of damage. I'm just gonna see if I can hit this thing, but yeah, I think this one, the initial hits and the final hits, I don't think I'm using a converter right now. Actually, it might be a bit lower than I thought, but yeah, this one is enough to clear. This one can clear legend instances pretty well. And people have posted ones where they're soloing legend with Thanatos, so the potential definitely is there. Let me see if I can just hit this up. Yeah, so just dealing a ton of damage. Final hit does like 962 million damage, so I wish I had this Thanatos on my main account. The other thing is this is pretty whaled out because it has like really high, like it has 44,000 magic attack, 33,000 attack. Yeah, the adventure handbook is also pretty insane. Let's see, it's basically attack and then 115 attack depot and physical depot, so definitely really, really high. That's sometimes when people watch these videos, they might get an unreal expectation of how good the class is. So I oftentimes will show the deposits and the stats just so people are aware of, how whale these accounts really are. One of the things about farming, so yeah, that's one of the things I want to try out. So I'm gonna show you what I had attempted with the phase 1. So boy Bionardo was asking, do you prefer this or Saitama? So the reason why I like Saitama better is its damage is just high right from the start. I really don't like the startup for Thanatos. It's just, to me, dealing like such low damage up until maybe the 3rd or 4th one is just not cool with me. I prefer something a bit more consistent. Let me see. I think this is Frost Valley. So Carlu was asking for Saitama. So I think Saitama is definitely harder for soloing stuff. I think its skill damage is just a bit slow. So I would still prefer Taekwon over. So one of the tricks here is, so first I'm going to show you if I have all the phases. So this is one which I don't prefer. So phase 1 is huge. You get that Donut of Death. But the subsequent ones, I feel like it's just not good in terms of hitting stuff. So the trick I was trying out is actually to reset your skills. So you should actually would just reset this. Let me just reset this. And the only thing you set is phase 1. Then that means you're doing the Donut of Death every single time, which I think for farming is what you want. But again, as I mentioned, the density is just not there. Like, if things were regenerating quickly, like in Glass Town, where things were just always blowing up, like if things were regenerating super fast, then yeah, this would be really broken. Like you would just be blowing things up like crazy. So what I mean by density is, I think I'll just go to, where is it? I'll just go to Glass Helm and then show you what I mean. So there's a fast respawn there. So just looking at the chat, I'm a NoGu main. Do you think it's wise for me to change to Saitama for the better, or should I stay with NoGu? I think NoGu is still better than Saitama. I mean, I can show a bit of it later, but the reason why is Saitama's skills just are kind of slow. So the damage output is kind of low. Plus, you would need very high ignore defense. I mean, NoGu sort of gets away with it because you can have complete ignore defense with the ruins. So yeah. Here I'm just going to show you, you know, if you want to do Thanatos farming here, you can just blow everything up. Even here, the respawn time is, I don't know. It's a bit slow. I mean, I don't know why the respawn time is probably damaging stuff way too much for its own good. So yeah, here you can kind of see Donut of Death, pretty good. You definitely want to just have phase 1 there. The other phase is going to mess up your farming. So if only seals spawned at this rate, then it would be like insane farming. Let's see, Sir Wobbly, whatever happened to non-meta build boost cards on CBT? Is it live already on China server? Yes, it is. I was actually trying it out on, I tried the Divine Avenger one. So if people don't understand what that is, and Team Leaks does a good job. Let me just teleport to Prontera. Yeah, Team Leaks does have some stuff where they talked about it. I don't remember all the translations for all of them, but off the top of my head, I'm going to go there and just show you what was being meant by it. Let me go to Prontera quickly. Yeah, so some of those seem pretty decent. I think the ones that have really good potential is probably the photon cannon one, maybe. I think I've seen people say that the reduction is pretty insane. I've also tried the Divine Avenger one, which is pretty good too. Let me just bring it up. So in case people don't know about this, are not aware of it. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. So they do have some that make certain classes stronger. So for example, I believe this is the Divine Avenger one. This will basically, I think, add extra damage when you do some of its skills. I think it's Overbrand. So you have different tiers of it. Yeah, this one you have to, the problem is if you want the last tier one, so the ones that, I think this one adds both magic and physical attack to Overbrand damage. There's another one that's the cheaper one that doesn't require MVP cards. I think this one just does health from what I recall. This does use a bunch of stuff, so it sort of adds some new life to existing classes. Yeah, Kurem was saying, yeah, auto attack priest. Yeah, they have this, I guess they want to push for auto attack, so they gave it some extra damage. Yeah, for Lightbringer, they make photon cannon better, but one of they basically decreased the time. I think they gave it more damage, and I think the other one also makes it hit more often per second. But Photon Cannon, the thing I don't like about it is it's easily interruptible, especially by bosses, so it's kind of a pain. Not a huge fan of those channeling type stuff. I believe Stellar Hunter has one as well. I think it just gives it some new stuff for trap build, I believe. But yeah, you can definitely check out Team Leaks. They sort of cover these as well. I was going to cover the Divine Avenger one, but then some other stuff came up for it. I think that one is pretty decent as well. Photon Cannon one from LB probably has some potential as well. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, so Hidayat is saying Phase 1 Calamity farming is probably better, or Stings and Kobolds. Yeah, I mean, we can go to Kobolds as well just to see. I mean, yeah, depending on... Kobolds might actually be pretty decent for Calamity as well. So let's go there and see what we can do. So just going to go here. Let's see what else there is. Do I need more accuracy for Hero, Thanatos, and PvP, or do they have skills which ignore Flee? Yeah, that one I don't think... I don't play enough PvP to know what the ideal amount of stuff you need to be able to... Like, if you need hit, how much hit you actually need. That one, you probably need to test it out. I don't think the skills have anything that's like ignore Flee or anything, so you probably would need it. Let me just quickly go to the Kobolds and see if we can murder some Kobolds with our Phase 1 farming. Let's see what's a good spot. I'll try to go back to one of my old favorite spots over here. There's probably a bunch of Kobolds here. Let's see what we can do here. So just wiping out a bunch. So I guess 6 at once is decent. I mean, I guess this is similar to Shadow Wave. So, I mean, Shadow Wave would hit about this much anyways, and you don't need all those ruins. So I think you'd have to find some ideal spots. You could probably maybe go to the more aggressive parts. So yeah, there's definitely some creativity you can have for Thanatos farming. Let's see, use mount to cancel Photon Cannon. Okay, yeah, I don't, let's see if there's, let me look at their questions. Let's see, Wind Chimes Fan or Wrathgracy Wings. So Wind Chime Fan is pretty good. If you don't have 50%, anywhere near the 50% wind damage increase, then it actually performs really well. I actually use the Wind Chime Fan, which gives the 10% wind damage in Legend runs. It actually performs better than my Love Goddess as well. So I do switch. So if you have less than 50%, you definitely should try that. Wrathgracy Wings, I guess it depends whether you're going with other people that are weaker than you, because anyone can take that Lex, right? So say if you have some friend Stellar Hunter that's playing with you and they take the Lex, that's going to suck. So ISO Gaming, who's Mig asked, is there a Dorm one? Not at the moment from what I've seen. They've only released it for a few classes, so nothing for that. And then also, sorry if I'm butchering your name, Akikuverus, or Akikuverus says you can mount to cancel Photon Cannon. Yep, that's good. Someone mentioned full tank Thanatos. So I think the other day I saw a video where people were doing Thanatos tanking. So the reason why you can sort of pull that off is it has really high damage reduction with the Heart of Steel. So that one is pretty good. What are you wearing? Face and mouth, is it double equipment or kind of really? Let me just see. Were they asking about Thanatos? I guess this is just showing you now what you're using. So I think I'm using a combustible knife for that one. I guess they show the Oracle for you now. And then I'm just using Piccolos for the Ancient Relic. Yeah, so full tank Thanatos I think is okay. Like I find for PvP it's a really annoying class, especially for Nightmare. So if you can survive a while and annoy people with Nightmare, I think it's something worth trying. I'll definitely try it out in the future. So Boy was asking if your wind damage is at 65%. Yeah, I think it's probably high enough that Rathgracy is worth it. I know a lot of endgame NoGus do use it, so yeah, if you have 65%, you're probably in a pretty good position already. Okay, let me see if I can just find an aggressive spot here. I think one of the spots that genetics farm a lot here, I think it's usually this area around here. But I don't think the kobolds are really coming to me that much. I think at most 6 is probably about right. But let's see if they die and just respawn in the same spot. Yeah, I guess the range is just not big enough. It's still pretty decent, but yeah, if you have a Thanatos, you can always try it out. Just try some various spots that you can murder all these poor kobolds with. I think I used to farm here back in the day when we did multi-fire farming with Stellar Hunter. So this spot might be pretty decent. I think you can probably hit close to more, I don't know. This spot might be okay for farming kobolds. Sometimes maybe they'll spawn a bit closer to you, so it's pretty fun. So yeah, if you want to murder kobolds, you can definitely try phase 1 farming. If you have all the ruins unlocked, it can be pretty fun as well. I think some people are asking about Saitama, so let's see, what about farming in Seoul, top of map Horn? Yep, that's a good idea. Let's go give that a try. Yeah, that spot is a pretty popular one, so let's see if we can go ahead and go to it. Soul Hunting Grounds. Yep, so good suggestion. Let's try it out. So Boy was asking, where do I farm? So I'm still using Stellar Hunter, farming Soul Hunting Grounds every day. I actually do dual farming with my wife, so we're both Stellar Hunters. And I find dual farming is, you just get more consistent Zenny. Like it's about 16, I guess sometimes 17 million a day for both of us. If I'm in red stamina, such as if I was trying to leech myself for a job level and then I'm doing red stamina farming with her, then she'll get like more than 17 sometimes, close to 18. So, Stay Post as well. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, so I think this one, I think the density, not there. I think I did try Stay Post before. I think it doesn't respawn fast enough, but we'll give that a try. But yep, thanks Mig for the suggestion for that one. I guess this part sometimes. I think the spawn rate's just really low here, but yeah, let's go kill some Stay Posts. So I'm gonna just go here. Let's see. The infamous Stay Post spot. Yeah, Stellar Hunter is still really good for Soul Hunting Grounds. That's the one that I always go to. That's been my go-to place for as long as that map has released. Someone's asking about fur seal or alligators. So I think alligators drops, I forget what it is, a Ridicon or not Ridicon, Illunium or something. So I think alligators in general is better because it has drops that can help you with refining. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I think for this spot, the problem is Thanatos Donut is just too good that it kills stuff, and then there's this awkward waiting time where you're just waiting. So it's kind of annoying, but yeah, this is a good spot as well. Thanks for the suggestion. Rift is still good in C. Which Rift is this? 17.8 million is quite good. Which Rift are you talking about? Yep, SH is king of farming when the new arrows come live on servers. Oh, maybe I'm not aware of what these new arrows are, so I'll check it out. Sorry, late to the stream. Have you tried Komodo Legend Isles Run yet? I haven't tried it with this one. I can definitely try it out with this. If people want to see Thanatos, that's pretty well. I think I already cleared Legend level 1 with this, but let's just see. If people want to see like late game style stuff, let's just go. And then afterwards I can show a bit of Saitama as well. Yeah, which rift are you talking about? I'm not sure if I understand which rift, but yeah, let me just quickly enable this so you can see what a late game, like if you maxed everything out, how good it actually is. So let me just get these ones. Let's just put it here. Max out our skills again. Yeah, the auto heavy roll is quite insane for this. To have, wish I had this on my camp, but yeah, the amount of runes you need to unlock everything kind of makes this not worth it sometimes. I'm not sure if other people have the same problem, but the one that recovers your frenzy, sometimes I find it's kind of buggy. It just has these weird things with it. Let's just create a party. Let me just look at this. 30% range arrows incoming. Wow, really? 30% range? Okay, I gotta look into that. That seems bonkers. Sweet dreams. Okay. Let me just see if I can. Unfortunately, I cleared one of the instances earlier this week. I think I cleared this one, but we can try killing the totem. Try Harpy spot. Yep, that's a good spot too. Spot. Yes, that's a good spot. Let's definitely try that out after. But let's see if did we not clear this week? All right, let's see here. Okay, so we can face the golem again. I'm going to converter. Let's just use this one as well. I think I still have buffs from before. And yeah, the thing that I find really broken about this class is being able to transform into a demon. So I think that's kind of busted because it basically takes away the demi-human reduction they have on these legend instances. So even though the 20% pen is significant, not being a demi-human is probably the biggest gain you can have here. So let's see if I can take down this live solo. So yep, the damage is quite insane. Oops, I forgot to eat anti-death food, but whatever, we'll see if we can survive this. Yeah, you can see the damage output is quite insane. The heavy roll stuff adds quite a bit as well. And yeah, not really dying either. Like I can cast the shields, I guess, but it does reset certain things. But yeah, really not dying too much at the moment. Oops, gotta drop this stupid rock. Let's see, keep attacking. Oops, then died, yep. Yeah, I think I need anti-death food. So I guess the survivability of this is not that high. You definitely need anti-death food, so let's go ahead and eat some. Oops. Yeah, so I wish I did have this Thanatos in my real account so I can help solo some stuff. Let me just look at the chat quickly. Hey, are you still in Zenith? Where are those guys? You usually show them low. Oh, so yeah, the reason why is I was on Zenith before, so I'm still in Zenith. I switched to my CBT account because some people wanted to see some of the Thanatos farming when you're at max level. I will switch back after, but yes, still happily in Zenith and all with all my friends there as well. So I will show them after. And then someone was talking about how much do you get at Sweet Dream Field daily farming? 22 million from Soul Hunting Ground. I'm pretty sure Soul Royal Hunting Ground is better because the buffs you get are just way better than those Komodo maps. I think the only reason you wouldn't go there is if it's too busy. Probably want to see you run Komodo Lion. Yeah, I mean, if the people from Zenith are on and I guess some of my other friends, then sure, we can run it. We actually did run Legend already, but we'll see. I'll probably have to switch to NoGu so I will not embarrass myself with my weak-ass Thanatos. But yep, okay, let's give this a try. I'll check chat in a bit. Let's just make sure of everything. I'm just going to see if I actually enabled my stuff properly here. Just want to double check that these are activated. So yep, got my plus 15 penetration. One thing I probably will swap out is, I believe Moonlight Tendrillin sometimes behaves performs better than let's see if I have Tendrillion Star here or not. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap this one. I find sometimes the Zipper Bear, I've had some tests where when I did it, it just wasn't as good. So I'm just gonna swap this in here. Hopefully my damage will be a bit higher. Alright, gotta re-eat my meals. Alright, let's give this a try. Alright, let's try it again with anti-death foods this time. Oh, size alloy. Good idea. Let's make sure we eat our size alloy. Okay, let me eat that size alloy. Alright, I'll just need an expert precision stone. And let's try it again. Oops. Yeah, so the damage is quite insane. Like being able to hit for like even like 30 million for the final one or 75 million, it's quite good. It's a pretty decent damage. Yeah, but compared to Taekwon, like my Requiem 17, who when he carries this, he clears this so fast. Like he clears this like in like 10 seconds, I think. So yeah, I mean, I still think Taekwon is really good. If you're Super Whale, you'd probably have much better luck with Taekwon instead of Thanatos. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be put into the... Okay, I did not clear it fast enough. Anyways, I'll probably show some other stuff that people were asking about. Genos, Solop. Yep. Okay, let me just... go through Genos today. Yeah, we can go through some of those as well. Let me just... I'll go through Saitama first because I know a lot of people are asking about it. And yeah, when that comes out, one that I'm looking forward to, and I love One Punch Man as well. So, yep, let's quickly just show it. So, yeah, CBT, they do have One Punch Man. So here I have my One Punch Man. Let me just switch his eyes, just to give him the proper Saitama eyes. So yeah, the thing about him is this is the gear I'm using, just so people are aware. So oops, wrong Drake card, gotta remove that. I'll just insert the Minoru Star cards, too lazy to switch it out. So yeah, his damage is insane. Like so basically Saitama, if you his Justice Execution, he basically does a ton of damage. Actually, is this the right one? Sorry, I was messing around with something else before. But yeah, this is his Insane Punch. The multiplier, absurd 5,000. And it also does other factors to help with the damage. It also does some splash damage as well. One of the things that someone had asked me was whether stuff like the Skull Bracer works. When I tried it on my other CBT account, it does not. It never did double damage for me. I'm not sure if it's not considered a single target skill or not, but let me just switch back to Earth because I'm hitting an Earth one, or Wind right now. So his damage is pretty hard. Like it's like 585 damage, or I guess like 1.2 there. But yeah, his damage is pretty insane. You can also put in the multiple punches as well in between, so you're not stuck waiting. So you can sort of, smash things. Oh, it must be a bit buggy. Let's try to hit it. So you can hit stuff. I'm not sure if they nerf it or something. I'm not sure why this other skill's not coming out. That's kind of weird. Before I was kind of doing both, but I'm not sure if they did something to it. Maybe the 1.2 billion is from Wrathcracy hitting Lex. That's probably why. Let's see what other questions people have. Let's see. Let's see. So Mako was asking about Genos today. I can quickly switch to Genos after I answer some more questions about One Punch Man. And then Boy was saying you should do more of this stream. It helps people since you can talk directly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can definitely try to do more streams if there's a lot of attendance, which I think there are quite a bit today. Because yeah, you can definitely try stuff live, which you can't do in a video. Yeah, another question about Genos. So I did see some people soloing Legend with it. I can try it. I probably can't, but you can try it. Saitama's normal punch count as skill or auto attack because it can't crit. Yeah, I don't think it crits. I think it is a skill. Let me just see. Yeah, so the thing that's kind of funny about his punch is, let me just remove these for a sec. And I was really hoping you could get max attack speed with this, but here's his normal punch. I don't know why I can't remove stuff. Maybe I'll just try switching it. So Saitama has this like normal punch. It's kind of hilarious because it's so like, oops, matter of fact, like just almost like he doesn't care type of punch. Let me turn on effects. So he's sort of like, I'm just gonna sort of hit this dummy with no effort, but it actually does damage quite a bit. He has this passive where he has a chance to hit his super punch. So that's why you can see every now and then I'm gonna hit the execution justice execution punch, but it is capped at 100% attack speed. I thought it, and I know some people were asking about this too. I think I did max agi just to mess around with it. That's why it's my skill distribution still messed up. You cannot exceed this 100% thing. I mean, I guess if you had like, I don't know, if you wanted to do, yeah, I wonder if you can exceed it with Doppel. I'm not sure if I have Doppel on this account, but yeah, it would have been hilarious if you can do 480% attack speed and you're just like almost using it like an auto attack Taekwon where the skill just procs. Maybe that would have been too imbalanced, but yeah, that would have been fun if you could just attack like crazy, and yeah, that would have been pretty funny. So I don't think this is, I've never seen the normal attack crit, so I don't think it counts as a normal attack. Let's see, what for Genos you can use C card, yep, absolutely, and unlimited instead of own glove, yes. Yeah, can justice execution be converted? Yes, so that's why it's busted. So let me just show the punch. So say here I hit it for 585. If I chose, I don't know, fire instead, the damage is lower because I'm hitting a wind type right now. So absolutely it can be converted. And that's why I think Saitama kind of destroys Shura, because Shura is sort of locked to neutral for its Shura strike. And I think the one that's water is locked to water. So it kind of sucks for them, but Saitama you can convert and also hits like crazy. Yeah, let me just quickly see if I have Doppel and a Tros, so we can try to beat the system for auto attack damage. So let me see, it might be in here. Let's see. So let's take this one out, and then I believe Doppel is the other one I need for this combo. So let's equip this and see if we can beat that 100% max. So I think that these two cards should give you above max. Let's just take a look. Oh, it still doesn't work. So I guess it's still stuck at 100. We cannot use a Trosh Star to beat the system. Yeah, Saitama is an upgraded version of Shura. I absolutely agree that it is so much better. I don't know. Yeah, I feel bad for Shura. Can take advantage that Saitama cannot is It scales based on SP, so if you have crazy high SP, it is probably still pretty good. Yep. Yeah, normally I use Drake Star for Saitama, and I'm just too lazy to take stuff out. My skills are also a bit allocated kind of weird right now because I was trying out the auto attack for Saitama. So if you want to know if it's max, so not as max as some of the other people. So I mean, the attack is high, 4,776 physical attack. Depot is 115. I know some other popular CPT testers, they have like over 130%. So I'm definitely not maxed either. Yes, so weapon penalty for large monsters, yeah. I think I've covered a bunch of the Saitama stuff already. I know someone had asked about Thanatos. Just going to quickly try one last thing for Thanatos, and then I'll switch back to Genos, because I know a lot of people were asking about that as well. So with Genos, it's one of those things where you can't actually unlock it with a voucher per se. You actually need to pay for it. So once you pay enough BCC, you will get Genos. You cannot unlock it similar to how you unlock Saitama. So Saitama, you roll 300 BCC, and you get the drop change voucher similar to Wataru. But with Genos, you actually think you have to spend a bit more than that, and then you will get it. Let me just go to because I know someone had brought up, let's try killing harpies. So let's see, where is Archangeling? There we go, let's go here. Does Saitama ignore flee in PvP? I'm not too sure about that one. Have you tested Koba leader on normal consecutive? I have not. I'll try to get that. Yeah, let me switch back after. Oops. Let me go to the bottom here to go to harpies. So Koba leader test, I guess, are you testing whether you can get life leech or not? I guess that's the intention, Yoga. Okay, let's first see if these harpies die fast enough. What's our favorite harpy spot here? I think down here the density is actually better, so let's just reset this again. Let's get this going. And yeah, if you guys can think of other great spots for max level donut killing, do let me know. Is it not there? What's it complaining about? Buggy game, I guess. Or I'll just manually cast it. Oh, let me just see. Yeah, I think the density is just not there. Like, stuff just, I guess here's the best spot. Let's see what we can do. So this, first shot, amazing. Kills a ton of stuff, but then stuff just doesn't respawn fast enough. So I guess this spot is pretty okay. I think in general you're hitting a whole bunch of harpies, so sometimes I guess, yeah, so there you hit a whole bunch. So there's definitely, you don't need to stay alert. Okay, yeah, let's try it without stay alert. So let's see if he walks around, whether it's better. So yeah, good suggestion, boy. Let's see. Yeah, he's still just hitting the tip of those harpies, so yeah, kind of annoying sometimes. I think you'd also have the problem where you wander off, and then it's gonna really suck for you. Yeah, so yeah, people can be creative in terms of how to farm with the phase 1. If you do have it, yeah, definitely try stuff out. Maybe there are some better farming spots out there. But yes, let's answer the question about Saitama and Kobold Leader card. Yeah, I'm not too sure if it counts as a single target thing, because since it kind of has some splash to it, I'm not sure if they would consider that not single target. But let's give that a try. Let's see if I have the Kobold Leader card on this account. All right, let's take a look. Kobold Leader. Let me see. Oh, I have this one. Okay, I think that should be it. Let me just put in here. And let's just... let me just remove some cards. So I'll take out a Drake Star just for doing this test. I'll probably hit something in Legend just to give a good idea of whether it works or not. Let me just double check my... So this is what I'm using. Oh, I shouldn't have Mistress in there. Mastering. Okay, let me just take out the... I'll use this one. I'll use the this one instead. I don't think I have enough Ignore Defense, so let's just put this one on as well. Before I was messing around with the edgy version of One Punch Man, so let's just max this one out. Oh, actually, you do need edgy, sorry. So I think someone had pointed out from my previous one that you can use edgy increases your normal punch damage, and then that increases your final damage, so it's probably better to do that. So yeah, let's just do this. And for some survivability, I will just equip, or I'll put in more Vit as well. And I'll take out the Mastering Star because yeah, it's probably not worth it if you want agility to make your punches stronger. So let's take it out and replace it with. Do I have a Vagabond in here? Excellent. Let's put this in here. And let's see if Saitama can take down the Legend instance and have some survivability. I suspect that Cobalt might not work, but we'll give it a try. So Titan versus Saitama. So I don't think I have Titan on this account. So the problem with CBT accounts is you are not allowed to buy anything from the exchange. So whatever you have on your account is whatever you have. I'm pretty sure I have not seen this on my account, so I unfortunately cannot test it. Let's see, where to farm for clock for crafting all items. So I'll answer that after. Oh god, what is that thing? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay, so let's try the Cobalt Leader card. Let's see if there's any life gains. So, oops, sorry, I'm still using auto attack. So let's switch it to this. Let me just switch it back. So I'm not sure if I am gaining any. I guess I am gaining some life. So is Cobalt Leader working? Maybe. Sorry, this camera angle is bad. Let's try it out. So let's keep smashing it. So I guess I am gaining life. I'm pretty sure that life gain is coming from it. I think I'm about to be petrified, so poor Saitama is going to be dying. So I'm just going to die off, and let's see if I can kill it with the other punches as well. Let me just see. Yeah, move speed contributes to it. Yes, so let's see if I have, yeah, Moonlight Flower. Let me see what else I can swap out here. I think this is okay for now, but yeah, let's try it again. Justice Execution. Oh, redemption codes. Yeah, so for redemption codes, I think definitely we'll hand them out to a lot of the people that talked a lot on streams. So definitely for the people that brought up stuff, do post or do give me a message on Discord after so I can get to everyone. The codes I do have to give through private DMs to people, otherwise people would just steal it on stream. So let me just bring up this image just to make sure people know. Yeah, so if you're active on stream, and yeah, definitely do send me a message. Oh, so Cobalt Leader is a skill one. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, especially for people that were very active in the chat, making suggestions, providing feedback, do message me on Discord afterwards so I can give you the codes. Do also tell me who your name is. So yes, yeah, if I just put it out on public chat, a whole bunch of people are gonna steal it. So, yep. Let's just try Saitama one last time to see if he can take down the golem. So before I'm not sure if they patched it out, but in the past I could put both of these skills together. It seems a bit buggy right now. I'm not sure why. I think only Justice Execution is happening. Oh, maybe it's working now. Wow, okay, maybe I need anti-death foods. Let's refresh this. And then afterwards we'll do a bit of Genos as well. Do 3 times. All right, sorry, forgot about the workouts. You're right, you're right. It's been a while since I touched this character. All right, we got to make sure we do our push-ups to make him stronger. Yep, so make him strong. And then the first hit has to be the punch. Otherwise, it's going to use it up incorrectly. So let's just give him a smash. So 48 million, that's pretty nice. So yeah, we're just sort of smashing away at it. Yeah, so we're trying the Kobold Leader, so it looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like the health recovery is pretty good. I actually didn't click on a Yggdrasil Berry or anything. I'm just smashing away at it. So yeah, definitely Kobold Leader seems like there's potential. Crap. Let's put this stupid rock down. Okay. Dang. Okay, so there definitely is some potential there. Oh, Discord, yes, so... Okay. Well, I'll definitely try it out with another character. So the thing is that about Thanatos is I'm not necessarily sure. I think, I guess I could just do punches and not, let me just try this again. Let me kill myself first, and then let me try again, ride punch when doing punch. Okay, sure. So one thing is I'm going to try this one. Let me try it again without doing the, let me just reset myself. So yes, people brought up use the mount, you'll do more damage. So this is one where I'm just going to do, so I don't have a 50% mount, unfortunately. So yes, if you mount, you'll do more damage as well. So yep, that's a good point. I'm also going to remove the Kobold Leader card. I think that one is not, I mean, there's survivability, but honestly, if we're just trying to burst them down, let's just try with Double Drake. So let's take out the Kobold Leader. This time we're just doing punches, and we will mount. So we do extra damage because yes, as they mentioned, move speed, we'll try it out. Yes, I will be doing Genos right after. How much does consecutive punch? Well, I think before when I was hitting it, the health is flying up like crazy. So there definitely is viability, but if you're trying to burst it down, then you probably don't. So let me just remember, just make sure I do not mess this up. So do my push-ups, equip, oops, mount my mount, and then hit it. So yeah, hitting for about 50 million. So this time I'll try to mount each time before I hit it. So yeah, I mean, the damage is decent. Is Thanatos better? It might be. But yeah. We'll save this one for kill it with Genos as well. I think overall probably Thanatos is better. I mean, this one hits about 50 million per shot. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely try. So yeah, we can try some card combinations as well. So I'm just going to die here and switch to Genos. It sounds like a lot of people want to. Yeah, I already converted the element. So yeah, let me just go to Genos now. I know a lot of people have been asking about this one, so let's give it a try. Yep, Yoga mentioned, yeah, about 180k per punch. Okay, so let's switch to Genos now. I know a lot of people were asking about it. So let's switch over to it. Yeah, I was about to make a video for Genos, but then some other stuff came out that I had to deal with. I believe the Wataru stuff. And Thanatos, yeah, some other videos had to deal with. So I definitely will cover some of these in the future. I know, yep, a lot of people are asking about Genos. So, yep, as people mentioned, oops. I'm using Unlimited. This one does deal more. I'm using Seed. I'm not sure if there's another one that's better for this one. I think if any other CBT testers had tried other stuff, Seed and Dracula card. I mean, we can see if we have it. I'm not sure if I have the Dracula card. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let me double check. Oh, I do have the Dracula card. So we can try that. Oh, do I already had one? Maybe I missed it before. Dracula. Man. Am I blind? I mean, it's somewhere in here. Let me see if I can just equip it some other way. Oh, here we go. That was faster. So Dracula Curse, so is that the one people prefer using? So oh crap, I took out the wrong one. Okay, let's put back Seed. Oops. Sorry for that. Let's put back Seed. Let's click on the right one this time. Sorry about that. So is this the killer combination people are looking for? See, Geno DPS. Yes, okay. Permafire. Oh, yes, let's remove his creepy ass eyes. Let's give him back Genos's. I guess I've normalized. Okay, let's give it a try. So, yeah, for Genos, I don't have a lot of his stuff either, but I believe the... let's see, is this the one that he uses? Yeah, and then he just basically blazes away. Let me make sure this is the right one. Oops, sorry, this is the wrong skill. This is the other skill. Is it this one? Sorry, it's been a while since I played this one. Which one is his skill? This is not it. Oh, right, you cannot equip it. Sorry, my mistake. You can't auto-attack it. Okay, so he basically has the photon cannon. Except this one you can sort of rotate around. Oops, does it interrupt now? You can sort of move it around, which is nice. I think they made it a bit faster, but yeah, it's definitely faster than photon cannon. Like if you have the third line for photon cannon, you can move it around, but man, it's moving around like crazy. Oh yeah, Randolph is saying stop scrolling. It makes me want to cry. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had those. Does it need variable cast time? I'm not sure if there's an easy way to test that because... let me see. Let me bring it up. Would it need variable cast time? I mean, I feel like it's so low already that I don't know if you really need... I feel like all his skills have really low cast time, maybe. I mean, for his primary stuff, which is basically this, I don't think you need variable cast time. I mean, I think that's primarily what people are using. And then this is sometimes nice to burst down MVPs, but looking at here, I don't think you need it. So at least for me, I would say that's a no. Yep, so here we're just hitting away at stuff. The thing is, you are... Oops, sorry. I have another skill I can cast to do more damage. I forget which one it is, but I think you can wear your armor. Is this activated? Dang, I don't remember which one it is. But there is a way that you can do extra wind damage. You can do both fire and wind at the same time. So that's always nice. So I think if you want to do non-fire or have fire and wind, I think you need one of these skills to be activated. It escapes me at the moment. Yep, so thanks for people putting on some of these. Turn off auto regen for MP on auto. Turn off auto regen for MP. Yeah, so you do need int for Genos. He's actually like a magic class. Let me just see. Turn off auto regen for MP. So I guess you're saying we have yeah, so you can turn this stuff off, I think, because of the seed is just regenerating stuff. So yeah, this is just continuous. Yep, so the skill distribution, basically maxing out int. I think there are some skills that require strength and vit for dealings. I forget exactly what it is. It's been a while since I played about it, so it's just int. Yep, so wind as convert increase. Yeah, so you need int. You need to max out int. Genos is an int class, so if you look at even what I'm using basically int stuff. And then you want like crit stuff as well, so I have a bunch of crit things as well. So yes, you do need int. The great thing is you can crit as well. Strength is a new int. Yeah. Dracula cards work. Oh, that's good. If people are trying it out. Try Poitas Star for Genos. I don't have Poitas Star. Do I have it? I'm pretty sure I don't. I know I'm scrolling through this is giving people seeing all this. They really want all these cards, but yeah. They give these all to CBT testers for testing, so yeah, I don't think I have it. I think I tried to get Poitai, could not get it from the machine either, so yeah, discontinuous strength and max vit, luck and int balanced. Okay, so let's try it out. So some people put in some suggestions on what should be there. So let's reset this. So thank you for the suggestions. Let's stop this. So strength, vit, luck, and int balanced. All right, let's give it a try. Thanks for the suggestions. So let's, yeah, as people say, strength is the new int. So thanks for this. Yeah, I haven't had too much time to play around with Genos, more or less just unlocked it and was messing around with it. So yep, let's get his strength all the way to max. All right, let's do it that. Next, let's get that vit up as well. So I guess we were saying I have enough int from the equipment, so I guess I don't need it. So let's see if we can get some good damage from this. And then a balance of luck and strength. Let's see. Let me just sort of plug away at some of these. Okay, how about something like this? Hopefully I didn't butcher it. I'm not sure if I have that fire thing activated. But yeah, just continuously, mostly luck is a skill multiplier. All right, I guess I need luck for the crit stuff. Okay, yeah, so I guess we can try out Genos in an instance. So people say it's good for Pumape. So I guess against the dragon and stuff. Yeah, okay. And then let's just see. Someone asked, what's the job do you think is best right now? I still think Novice Guardian is the best class. Because, and the reason behind that is it's ignore defense, makes it so that you can basically choose like Dragon Bone Shield and other really good boosting stuff. You don't have to worry about ignore defense. It's super fast. And how am I healing? I think it's because of the cards. Strength less. Okay, seed card. Okay. So some people say I messed up my skills again. Okay, let me just not use int at all. Let's just reset it again. Yes, so seed card. Looking forward to making it. Skills. Is the skill multiplier requirement for Genos? Okay. Yeah, let me just stop it one more time and sorry, let me just reset it one more time. So this time, basically no int, I think is what people are saying. So sorry, let's reset this again. And yeah, so yeah, we'll give it a try, see how good this DPS is for this class. Yeah, I know there were some people that were saying it can clear legend instances, but I wasn't able to try it out. So thank you for the suggestions. Let me just pump up these stat points here. And I believe people say max out luck. With luck. Okay, so let's just start firing away at this again. Try no vit. I think people said you're supposed to have vit. I don't think I invested in Agi. Did I invest it wrong? I mean, a strength vit. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a try. Let's try Punape. I think one thing I need to try out is whether this... Is this the thing that activates? I think it's this, right? If we want the extra wind damage. Vit. Alright, let's give it a try. Thanks everyone for their suggestions. Let's go ahead and eat some stuff. So let's eat more stuff. Sure, let's have more luck. Alright. So I believe people say this is good for Legend Punape, so let's give it a try. So thanks everyone for their suggestions and stuff. This has been a fun stream. Definitely lots of people showing up today, which is great. All right, the Dragon Wing Retard card. Good catch there. Yeah, let me remove it from my other test. Let's see. Let's just swap this out. Let me just double check my gear one last time. Yep, so this is what I'm going to attempt. The codes, well, for the codes, it's actually, I just send them out to people that have contributed. You can also message me on Discord. The reason why I can't just publicly put out the codes is people are just going to steal them. So my recommendation is for people, for codes, is send me a direct message on Discord after. And one Fire Ancient Krempu accessory. I'll see if I have that. I'm not sure if I have it. So yeah, let me see if I have one. But yeah, for codes, I can't just put it out. Everyone's just going to steal your codes. So definitely message me either in-game or message me on Discord. Let me know who you are when you were on these fire size. Those accessories don't benefit Genos mod. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have them on this account, but yeah, definitely you do have to message me if you want the codes. For people, yeah, people that definitely contribute a lot to the stream, like giving suggestions and stuff, they will have priority for the codes. And then some of the, if depending on how many I have left, then I will also give them out. I do have a bunch on global, and then I have a few for C. So also let me know what server you're on. All right. Do I have fire accessories? So Again, we may not. These are just the accounts given to us. I don't recall. I mean, I think there's the water ones. I don't think I have fire. So, unfortunate for us this time. We'll just try it with what we have. Alright, let's make sure I don't mess this up. Let's see. We can also do the magic damage one. Oops, sorry. Needs to be doing this. So let's just burn away at this dragon. I mean, yeah, there's definitely great survivability. I mean, you can see here I'm healing quite a bit. I actually had to hit the Yggdrasil berry this time. Am I stunned? Oh, am I seated? Okay, let me try again. I think I got seated, so I can't move. The magic pen accessories, 12% skill damage on head is not better. I'm not sure if I have that one. I mean, I think the crit one is pretty good. I'm not sure what other people have tested out. I feel like crit is better for this one. Someone says you can do it. Yeah, we'll try it again. Let me just get to activate it. And then we'll try the range. So let's start burning away at him. So yeah, I do like the please send your Discord on chat. Okay, I will after this. So yeah, I definitely burned those dragons really fast. So yeah, I think when I first tried Genos, I definitely thought it was not super broken, but yeah, it seems like he's pretty good now. I think they did buff him a bit. But yeah, it's fantastic that those... I'm stuck now. So there definitely is potential. I think I'm just not killing it fast enough. Thanks, Perico, for putting it in chat. Yes, definitely has potential. So yeah, Genos is something I'm definitely going to unlock on the first day. I mean, you're basically paying BCC to get him. I don't really have the magic stuff to support him, but can you try using the flamethrower with Smokey? HP relic might help too. I think right now it's not an issue. Well, yeah, I'm not. Let me see what I can try. I'm not sure what relics I have. Which one is the HP one? Let me just quickly look it up. Is this one okay? I mean, I think this one's a pretty popular one for skill damage. Is there a better one from this screen? I can't read the Chinese, so I'm not too sure. And I don't recognize which one's the HP one because I've never had any whale relics before. But I can definitely switch to this one. I think this one does skill damage. I think it affects it and unhides. Flamethrower with Smoky. Yeah, we can try that out later. Yeah, so maybe I'll switch this relic. See what happens. Okay. Let's try one more time. See if we have any luck. So yeah, I definitely think this is a great class. The continuous DPS, and I guess if you have the survivability, you're just burning away at it. Oh, I already had the HP one? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't have the good relics, so... This is elemental damage. Okay. Well, I mean, I think this one I just showed it. I think I did better the first time. We can cover some other things that we that people want to try. So the other question was whether Smoky worked. So let's go into the house. So there definitely is potential. I haven't seen those little dragons get vaporized that quickly in a while. So yeah, that's good to have. I think there are other videos out there where people solo stuff. So yeah, people did mention, including my wife, that I did have the correct one the first time. So let's just switch back quickly. So I was already using it. Okay. For Smoky card, does it work? Can we be a hidden flamethrower? Let's see. Smoky? It would be pretty funny if you could be hidden. That's a good interaction. Let's see if it happens. So let's get our hiding. I guess we have to hide first. I think you do come back up unless there's another way to do it. I think you, yeah, try pressing hide after. You cannot do it. So Devil Squid card will work. Genos is great TBS, but you still need to evade. For hidden flamethrower Devil Squid card. Does that allow you to actually hide properly? Devil Squid card. I'm not sure if I have that one. So what interaction would that be? So Devil Squid. Oh, Devil Squid. I mean, we can try it out. I forgot what Devil Squid does, but we'll equip it. Hold on, let me just double check what Devil Squid does. Don't have all the whale cards, so don't remember what that one does. Devil Squid ability in hiding state at the catcher's own physical, able to use stealth skill. Oh, okay. Let's try. Stop this flamethrower. Okay, stealth. Is this stealth? Looks like it's stealthy. Are you still hidden? Wow. So I guess Devil Squid does work. Use the skill Stealth Bro. That gives 10% more damage. Okay, so it looks like I am hidden. I mean, I'm still... Wait, am I hidden? No. Oh, wait, did it run out? I think I was hidden when I tried it. So... Possibly confirmed? Let me just wait for the skill cooldown. I'm pretty sure I was translucent, so I think it does work. So that, I guess that could be fun. Looks the same. Okay, maybe I'm... Let's go stealth again. Aren't I a bit translucent here? I mean, I'm like a bit see-through. I'm pretty sure it's working, right? Because with the other one, I definitely became not translucent after, but I think after a while the thing runs out, or I'm not sure if it's a bug, but definitely with the other one, as soon as the smoky one, I'm translucent, and as soon as I cast it, it's gone. I'm pretty sure. Oops, crap. Let me just do it again. So probably Devil Squid Flamethrower is okay. I think this one I go back to normal really fast, so yeah, that's a cool interaction. I'm glad people brought it up. So yes, you can look forward to an invisible flamethrower in GVG just spinning around, causing death to everyone. So cool. That's a cool interaction. Make a full detailed Genos video. Yeah, I'll definitely try it out. I think, yeah, definitely need to try this class out more. Do a bunch of research first so I don't mess up the attributes and stuff. So yeah, definitely really devil. Yeah, so we did try the devil one. The devil one for sure makes you invisible for a certain duration before it wears out. Let me see where else. Devil Squid Saitama Punch. Would that work? I mean, I suppose so. Stealth 10%. Well, stealthing. Stealth, I believe you remain invisible, but the special effects are not. Yeah, is it possible that the Genos can replace Slayer? I'm not sure. I guess when I don't have the full Genos stuff, so I don't have. I know there's a way for it to sort of self-revive itself. Like it doesn't die. Like I think you just kind of come back, and you can escape for a couple of seconds and come back, and you don't die. I still think that Slayer has more survivability with their anti-death stuff. But yeah, I agree. I guess Perico saying Genos has higher DPS. Yeah. Judgment Punch on a Void MVP. Sure. I guess people are saying that they have shields. Okay, so I guess two things we'll try out. I know someone's asking Saitama Invisible Punch. Sure, we'll do that for fun. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of... I don't think there's anyone in the PvP ever, unless people show up there, but... Invisible Punch. I guess we'll go with Devil Squid's Invisible Punch. Where is it? Oh, there we go. I'll take out Vagabond. So I guess this is one where you're minding your own business in PvP, just chilling. And then suddenly Saitama comes around and just, oops, sorry, wrong one. Wrong punch. No, he's still invisible. That's interesting. Wow, invisible punch, does the stealth last for that long? That's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess you could punch them to death with your continuous punch, and then you can also just like murder him, I guess, with the normal punch. So yeah, invisible punch, yeah, that would be really fun. So yeah, look forward to that. Invisible punch to the face. Well, even the normal punch. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really strange to be hit by the normal punch while being invisible. Like, you just don't expect it, right? So you just get smashed in the face, and then someone's just beating your face to death as well. So yeah, that'll be interesting. You can also do push-ups invisible too. That's always nice. So yeah, definitely something to try. Invisible punch. Definitely good. Genos disarm is also annoying. Yeah, you can strip gear and stuff. That'd be fun too. Oh yeah, the snare thing. Yeah, let me show you what that is. So this is a pretty fun skill that Genos has, and I think I'll show it in a Komodo in the seal map. I was actually trying to mess around with that too. The cooldown, I think the skill cooldown's a bit too high. That was one of the ones where I was hoping that maybe it's like a new overpowered farming ability. I guess we're in Harpies right now, so we can try it out too. So that punch, yeah, because I'm trying to remember which one it is. You're basically sending out a punch, and it basically sucks people in. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. Let me see if it is. You sort of suck people in, which is kind of hilarious, but there's a really big cooldown. I had tried using like the +15 version of this to decrease the time. I was also trying to use Fate Wheel as well, but this cooldown is just too long. But if it actually was good, oops, wrong one. Is this not the one? Sorry. There should be one that sucks a whole bunch of people in. My mistake. Let me see if I can find it. Where's that sucking? Is it this one? Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, I might have to look at chat. It's the one, the macro entrance of castle. Okay, let me just see if I can find it. There was a skill that you send out that sucks people in. not this one, is it? No, this one should be its regular one. Like, I was pretty sure. Oh yeah, there we go. So you see how a whole bunch of harpies just got sucked in. I guess it's kind of glitchy sometimes. But yeah, I was trying it out in the seal one. I'll go to seals and show you. And then afterwards, I think somebody was asking about whether One Punch Man or whether Saitama can deal with Void MVPs. So I can try it out. I'm not sure if those MVPs are around right now. Let me just quickly go to seals. All right, let's try it out. Yeah, I wish that this skill, Genos Dash removes his machine punches. Cooldown FI. Oh, right. That is a good, right, that one does work, but let me just see. So if you send a punch out, you sort of suck in a whole bunch of, I guess if you could macro, or not macro, but if you could somehow dash, you can sort of suck a whole bunch of seals together for some fun. So yeah, it's pretty funny skill. You can just suck a whole bunch of people together. So Genos Dash. Okay, yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, so Wing Zero asks, how to unlock One Punch Man job? Yeah, 300 BCC. Yep. Genos, you have to pay a bit more of, I think, real money to unlock it. So for CBTs, they give us the job unlocks for free, but I have sort of tried the machine a bit and also looked at, it's gone now because I think the job is over, but yeah. Yeah, it'd be great if this skill could, like, yeah, it'd be, yep. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can. I don't know if you can put the dash in there. Can you auto attack? No, they don't allow you to. But yeah, I did try with cooldown gear. Yeah, but the thing is you can't auto it, so but yeah, it would have been fun if you could. I think some other question people had was whether Saitama can beat the shield of Void Realm stuff. So I haven't played Void Realm at all, so hopefully, yep, I can find something. Please talk with devs to merge Global Destiny Promise with Eternal Love. So funny thing about that, Castle. So I was in a community call, I think maybe like 2 weeks ago, where they actually were discussing that. They actually had one of the top guilds on Destiny's Promise. I forget the name of it, but the actual leader was there, and he was providing input on it. So in terms of the Destiny Promise and global merge, there have been talks. They were getting feedback, but especially that huge guild, they were talking about it. I think some of the stuff that guild, it's unfair for them to go over to Eternal Love because they have a lot less gachas in comparison. Like their depot is going to be really low, so they're going to end up coming to Eternal Love, and they're really whale on Destiny's Promise. But you come here to Global Eternal Love, and you're going to get like destroyed by people who have much better depots. So I think that they're talking about like maybe they would have some extra boosts to these people that migrate over, and maybe the migration can be optional, because maybe some people want to stay on Destiny's Promise and be the best people on Destiny's Promise instead of coming to Endless Love or like Global Eternal Love and just dying. Okay, thanks Jose for showing up. Yoka's asking why devs decided this collab makes it like a hero spin-off. Are you asking like why they decided to make it a hero class instead of a normal class like Wataru? But we'll see what he says. So in the meantime, let me just switch to Saitama again. And let's see if I can go to the Void Realm. I do apologize if I'm doing some stuff wrong because I haven't really gone there. So I think I just had to find an MVP, kill a bunch of stuff around it. So yeah. people in chat might need to help me with that because I really have not touched that at all. I'm just gonna re-equip my Vagabond. I forget if I have Drake Star already, so okay. Let me see if I can go to the Void Realm. I think this is it. Last map, maybe? Yeah, so why didn't they make it? So I think, yeah, they are making it easier. Yeah, you can level up super fast. Like, I'm not sure for Thanatos, I think I got it to max job level in like a day or I think 2 days. It's just easy to pick up as well. So, you know, sometimes you don't have to choose between which skills you want or don't want. It's pretty simple. But I honestly get people to spend money on runes because it is such a rune killer that you might have to spend a whole bunch of money buying runes from the shop just to get stuff. So monetarily wise, I think it's also a big money grab for them as well. I don't know if, I guess there's bosses here. I do apologize, I have not played this. Oh. So in theory, I should be able to punch this dragon to death. Or I guess were people wondering if there were shields on this? I'm not sure. I haven't really played Void Realm, so is it shielding properly or is hitting for this damage okay? The dragon seems to be ignoring me. I guess I have to clear other stuff. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't play Void Realm enough. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to kill. So I might not be able to show this test because I haven't really played this one, so don't know the mechanics. I think here you're supposed to summon stuff. Not that wobbly. So is this the MVP I'm supposed to be hitting? This Fire Lord Kaho? This is not the real type of book icon, bro. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I do not play this mode at all. After tapping the book, what's next? Kill that. Oops. Oh yeah, the cow was right. Okay, sorry, there's a bit of lag in the chat. All right, let me go back. Sorry, there was some delay in the chat. Let me go back to the Void Realm. That's a list of MVPs. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure if Lord of Death is around, so I can test the last. I'm not sure if I can test that one properly. All right, so here's Kaho. So I'm not sure if this is showing whether there's a shield or not. So I'm not sure if this is what people are asking me to test regarding the shield for the Void Realm MVPs. So I'm not sure if that's what the person was looking for testing Void, whether the shields work. Lord of Death also a Void Realm MVP. Well, I'm not sure. My damage seems like it's barely touching these Void Realm MVPs. Kill the Kaho. I don't know, it seems like Saitama is struggling. Maybe I'll choose another one. After this, is there something else people wanted to test? Try killing with Genos Flamethrower. Sure, I will try that after. Hacker Boys, leader of GG Guild, only guild on Team Sun on Destinies, have about 30 or 40 active builders. Okay, so Castle. Okay, so yeah, I think it was Hacker Boy. Yeah, GG Guild. I think that is the basically the top guild on Destiny's Promise. So they did talk with the community managers on it. Try Genos damage on. Let me just see if there's any other ones. Let me see if there's any easier bosses. Or we'll just go back to Kaho, I guess. Lost Island Legend. So I did try Lost Island Legend. I guess Lost Isles. Yeah, we can try it out after. So yeah, Kaho is definitely pretty tanky. After this, we'll switch to Genos just to hit Firelord Kaho a bit. And then afterwards, yeah, we'll try it against the Magma Golem. Yeah, so I don't know. He hits decent, I guess. I guess I could use a water converter as well, maybe. Okay. You have to summon the MVPs on Void. Okay, I mean, I will just try out Genos on this one. And then we'll try it on Lost Island Legend. Yeah, I have not played Void at all, so I'm not sure of any of the mechanics, so watching me try to figure out the mechanics on the spot, probably not the most exciting stream, so we'll just try to kill Crypto Cobalt Leader card. Yeah, I mean, the survivability for that, I mean, can Genos disarm cancel Doomsday? I'm not too sure about that one. I think it would need actual people to test that out with. I think the Cobalt Leader card, even when I tried it out before, like, it does give survivability, but I think I'm still dying like crazy. Yeah, you need fast DPS. I think so too. It would just take way too long to kill stuff. So let's just try one more time with Genos just to see whether he can hurt Firelord Kaho more. And then I think one of the last things I'll try is just going to Lost Isle Legend to see how he behaves against the Magma Golem. I see Castle. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's fair for some people to switch over. I think I'm more like maybe players that want to switch over can switch over, because Destiny Promise is pretty dead for non-competitive folks. Like I made a Stout Hunter account on that, and man, it's so hard to buy anything from the exchange. I'm not competitive there, so I don't care. But I mean, for competitive people, it definitely sucks for them. Oops, I forgot to... Okay, so let's start flaming away at him. Oh, I actually see his bar, I think, going down much more than Saitama's. So, man, Genos OP. So maybe we can end up killing it. And yeah, the health recovery and stuff from Seed and I think Dracula, I think are the combos people asked me to do. Wow, we're just burning away. Oh, you can switch job in Void? Oh, okay, that's good to know. Yep, people mentioned November 21st is when One Punch Man's coming out. So, man, what the heck? So OP. So, yeah, that's G. Yeah, I don't recall it being that strong. I think when it first released, I definitely did not remember it being so crazy strong, but maybe I wasn't using the correct gear either. So let's go back to our friend, the Magma Golem. I know previously we tried with Thanatos, and we tried with equip the Wataru card. I'm pretty sure I am. Let me just double check. So yeah, I'm surprised how much Genos just melted that Firelord Castle. Here I am using the Wataru card. I mean, I guess I can take away the Devil Squid card. We're not doing invisible stuff, shenanigans against this boss. So I think the best card I have here is this one. Actually, do I have the MVP cards? Let me just double check if I have the... Let's just switch to the MVP card. Let me just quickly check chat in the case there's any. Kill the golem with flamethrower, haha. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it'll work, but I feel like Genos' flamethrower is pretty OP. Let me just walk over here. Killing fire with fire, it is poetic. Use MVP better, I think it's final damage. Oh, is my offhand not 15? Oh, right, it's not. Let me see. Let me switch stuff over. Let me just make sure I have a plus 15. Yeah. Okay, let me just quickly do a conversion. Let me just go back to town. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Let me plus 15 stuff. Yeah, when I the problem is on these accounts you don't have plus 15 everything, so I gotta do some switches sometimes. Try to use all MVP equip. I mean, I think I'm using quite a bit. I'm using Alistar. I mean, I can definitely switch the garment. Let's switch. So we'll switch over to this one that's being suggested. I think that's about it. Let me just quickly go to Komodo and switch over that refine. The flower card for offhand. Oh, so the Wicked Flower Star card instead. Okay, people have tested that out. I will change it. Let me just quickly do the refined transfer, which I think, oops. Let's switch it. So I'll switch this one. Don't do PvP stuff on this account anyways. Okay, so we got our plus 15. I believe the ignore defense here is only 20% for magic ignore defense. Third tab of the bag is let me just see here. You can transfer these. Yep, you can talk to me later on Discord. Flower offhand. Genos, you can get, I think you have to pay $45 top up, as Yoga mentioned. Yeah, that one you actually have to pay. Let's see if I have the flower card people mention. Oh, sunflowers. Crap, do I not have it on here? Yeah, this account doesn't have everything. This is mostly a RM whale account. So may not have. Oh, we do have it. Sweet. So thanks for the suggestion. We'll equip that. Let's see if there's any other suggestions here. AoE damage, flamethrower. You can also do that all from your bag transfer, refine, and more. Okay. All right, let's go back into here. This time. So I'm not sure if I'm activating the wind thing properly. I'm pretty sure this part on the far left is activating so I can do wind stuff. But yeah, we'll see. Let me just eat some anti-death foods again. All right, let's turn on our magic damage increase thing. And let's burn this golem. So I'm not sure. Am I missing it? The health recovery is slow. So I guess we can't burn this to death. Fire just too strong. But I mean, we did show in other instances that it is insane for non-fire stuff. We were burning away at other stuff before, like the dragons and stuff. So yeah, that was still worth trying. Perico saying you can do better transfer stuff from your bag. That's good to know. Nice quality of life changes. Things people wanted to try out. Need to pass the first threshold. Yeah, so definitely do try out these classes when they come out. I guess from these tests, originally I didn't think that Genos would be so top tier, but man, the DPS is pretty insane. So Genos is definitely one of the ones I'm going to look forward to. I mean, Thanatos already is pretty strong. I mentioned before it's in my job change one that I would consider S tier still. It's a nice one to have. Yeah, Yoga mentioning some stats you should have: 50% elemental damage, 50% skill damage, 80% pen, 200% ignore magic defense. I'm not sure if I have all of that, and scrolling through it now with Chinese, probably I can't do most of it. But when I do my actual Genos video, I'll make sure I have some of those. You can jump and attack again. Oh, right. We can also try that too, the jumping attack. Yep. Yeah, we can. Yep. Saitama, I guess it sure beats Shura. It's really strong. Did you check their Acer Monument? Oh, did I not fill everything out? Let me just quickly see. I'm pretty sure I set everything, but let's take a look. Yeah, all these ones I maxed out all the Acer. And then people are mentioning jumping around, so let me just quickly cover these. So yeah, Genos definitely really good. Thanatos really good. One Punch Man really strong for killing stuff, but probably won't beat NoGu in terms of like whether I would use it. I think it's more like I would choose it just because I love One Punch Man, so it's mostly for that purpose. This new one I haven't really covered her too much. She's definitely good for support. I think definitely a lot of Saints are going to try this out and other support classes when she comes out. So, yep, she's going to be a lot of fun too. Yep, what's the current best class for free-to-play MVP hunting? Yes, definitely Lightbringer. Even with really bad deposits, Lightbringer can still definitely take down some of those early board MVPs for sure. Randolph also mentioning the Saitama Pardon Money and Fate Wheel works as well. So that's good. Yeah, I guess if you want your punches to come out faster, those are good. Although I feel like you're giving up a ton of damage by not using other stuff. Like, is Pardon Money really worth like not using Dragon Bone Shield or the Ignore Defense? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, people are mentioning jumping around. I think who was it? Parakio. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. He mentioned jumping around. So I guess you can cast that and then. Oops, is jumping around disabled? Did they disable jumping? I know that they disable a bunch of stuff. So I guess you can't jump around on this. You'd have to not be in this instance and jump around to recast stuff. Oh yeah, and then my the other thing is my Genos isn't like max either. They might have some additional damage. You might yeah, this one I only have 4 out of 7, so I'm sure the damage output is much higher if you're fully maxed out, but I just don't have all the runes. But maybe I'll look into it for the future video. Yeah, I guess you can cast Flamethrower. You can jump around. Oh, you can't jump on Flamethrower. I guess not. So I guess you can jump around, cast other stuff, jump around. Even Saitama, Blink, and Taekwondo Jump. Yeah, those are all disabled. Yeah, I think I've never seen people sort of abuse that jump thing. I'm not sure how they're jumping to abuse the mechanics on it. Because when Taekwondo first came out, jumping was still enabled, so I was trying to jump around to like get to a different level, but it didn't work for me. So I'm not too sure what they're doing to jump around. But yeah. I think for CBT stuff, I'll just stop the emulator for now. I know some people are asking about stuff on global, so I'll just quickly go back to global, also to give a shout out to my guilds as well, since I've spent like most of the time here on CBT. So let me just see if I can switch back. But yeah, we can definitely do more live streams in the future. It's great to have so many people interacting. And yeah, I can definitely try out some stuff as well. Because yeah, sometimes people ask me questions and yeah, it's like after the video is made, it's a lot faster to just interact right away. So you can just ask your questions and I can reply pretty quick. So just give me a moment to start up my emulator so I can go back to global. Maybe try out a few things more and then probably conclude this stream. As mentioned, yes, please reach out to me on Discord if you're very active on this today's stream. I'll be giving out coupon codes. The first priority is a lot of the people that had contributed a lot, gave a lot of suggestions, helped fix some of the problems. They will get first priority. Then some of the people that just showed up, I'll probably have to randomly do it. I think they gave me possibly 40 codes for global and 10 for C. So hopefully some of the people here are a mix of both, so I have enough to give to everyone. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly start up my global account. Just bear with me. And yeah, thanks so many for so much people showing up for the stream and interacting as well. Definitely, if there's a lot of people that show up for these streams, I can definitely do it more often. I think early on I had some streams where not a lot of people showed up. So yeah, I think ones where a lot of people do show up and sort of talk about stuff, ask me to theory craft stuff, definitely. Those are very enjoyable. So yep, thanks for people showing up. Yeah, people are wondering, am I still in Zenith? Yes, absolutely. So still in Zenith. Yeah, most of the time I was showing stuff on CBT. My Thanatos on my global is kind of not that great, so nothing to really show. But yeah, I mean, we did cover the tier list a bit as well. If people want to watch the replay when it's up. I'm not too sure what other things, I guess, in terms of, yeah, I think we'll end off with some questions people had asked. So I know in one of my time machine videos, I said this wasn't that great. So I do retract that statement for PvP. A lot of people said this is one of the best PvP items. So definitely get it. But from my testing, some people also asked, does this work on MVPs or not? So from my testing, it does not. So for example, if I equip this one, if I'm hitting this dummy, I think, let me just make sure it's set to MVP. Yeah, I think even when I tried it out, so 781. So if you remove it, oh, Fire Fairy joined, so that's my wife had joined. So same thing, damage doesn't work. So definitely for PvE is not great, but for PvP, really, really solid. So yeah, thanks for the feedback for that. For a few people on the time machine one, that was probably the only one I ended up actually getting. I found this month's time machine, or this time's time machine, there was a lot of like not good. Like pretty much I just, One-Eyed Captain is a must-have. This one is good because, you know, it's great for PvP, but not if you don't care about PvP. Yeah, these ones were just so underwhelming. Like these ones, I mean, chance to flee magic damage is kind of meh. This one, like unless you have a ton of SP and you want to sort of take damage, also don't find this like super crazy. Maybe SP Stellar Hunters might use this. This one is not good for PvE. This is just maybe PvP. This one's good, I guess, if you're farming. But yeah, I found the purple this month or this time just wasn't super great. So the only one I really got was the one for PvP, which is this one. Another question someone had was whether the Duchess of Bat, whether this damage increase to the inferior element works regardless of whether you're using Holy, Dark, Poison, and Ghost. So here we'll test it out. So here the inferior element, it's Wind. So first I'll hit it without it. So let's unequip it, and we will get our Earth Converter ready. So we'll go ahead and hit this. Oops, sorry. Let's do heavy. So just heavy roll is 16.6 million. Oops, 16. Hold on. The damage might be a bit different. Let me just make sure the damage is consistent. Okay, so 15.1 is what we're hitting it with. If you wear this, it's going to end up hitting for more because it's the inferior element. But let's just remove this again and switch it to something else. Like if we switched Earth, I believe we're using Earth Converter. So if we unequip this, we're heading for 246. If we equip this again, yep, 246. So basically this is showing that inferior element does work. So, I mean, there is some... You could use this as extra damage. This is the same thing for the Homestead of Snowy Owl. It has the same interaction where the damage increase by inferior element, even if you're not using these. So if you're doing Holy against Dark with this one, it works as well. So let me see what else there is. Go to conversation. Let me see. Good morning. I go to work. You resub this. Oh yeah, status doesn't work on dummies. Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to do it on an actual MVP. Let me go. So thanks for that. Let's just try to do a proper test. So let me go to Valhalla. Oops. Let me just kick this out. And just go into Valhalla to test this. Or I guess I don't need to. I can just hit an MVP with this. Let me just try it. Is my wife around? Okay. Let me just look at the chat while you wait. I might have to go without her because otherwise she might buff me by accident. So let me see what else. Just add him as a friend. Yeah, so I guess just FYI for people that are looking for codes, do reach out to me on Discord. I'm not putting codes on public chat. Otherwise, people are going to steal it right away. I'm going to be giving codes out by direct message to make sure they reach the correct people. You have Magic, MDB, RM, and other gotchas. Oh yeah, so yeah, I think someone mentioned this before as well. Yeah, Magic Dragon Breath can double dip on the extra damage. So they definitely do really well with it. Yeah, I remember someone brought it up last time with the Snowy Owl. It's got some really good interactions with that. Sorry, wife, I'm gonna have to kick you out. Oh, just temporarily, just so we can do a damage test without buffs happening by accident. Let me just see, looking at these questions. So yeah, some people are talking about why Genos no need for int. So yeah, as people pointed out, strength vit are the ones people max out because the flamethrower skill multiplier is strength and vit, as Perikuro mentioned. And then luck is crit because we're using a whole bunch of crit items. And then, yeah, as per Kiro mentioned, because my character had a whole bunch of int items, then I don't actually need to invest in it. It was good enough already. All right, so the test we're doing this time is, does this Flower Demon Valley Lily, does it actually work? So I'm just gonna hit it with heavy roll. I'll just equip something random. Hit it with a fire converter. So first, I guess we'll try it with it equipped. See if we can get the poisoned effect away. But let's just hit this dragon. So 158. Okay, so let's switch this out. I mean, the damage didn't increase either after hitting it. So yeah, it definitely doesn't work. Like, it's really good for PvP, but not for PvE. Oh yeah, so people mentioning One Punch Man being announced in the Play Store November 21st. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I'm glad I could show some of the stuff on this live stream before it got released. I know some people are really asking for some of the interactions. So it was definitely really nice to try it out. Yep, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream in about 4 minutes. Thanks for everyone for showing up. If there's any other requests for things for me to try out before I go, you can definitely ask me. Oh, I see Squahaha. Yes. So it's great to see some familiar names around here. I guess one thing that I might mention is in terms of even the NoGu progress. Talked about things that changed for my Novice Guardian. Before, I think the last time I made the video, at the time I was still struggling with trying to contribute much to legend runs, especially for Isles. And then even for Ponape Museum, like even for Museum, sometimes the third floor was kind of annoying when dealing with Nuka and all that stuff. So in terms of progression, the stuff I found that really helped was getting the Alice Star card. That helped a ton with getting my damage output, especially since my deposit is probably around 50% right now. So at the time, this was a big boost. So even though this card, I think on global is about almost like 1.8 billion or so, not sure on see how much it costs, but Alice Star made a really, really big difference for NoGu. The other thing was, since I last released my Novice Guardian video, like getting the plus 15 War Axe also makes a huge deal. Like without this, my damage output would be a lot lower. Yeah, the damage scaling from adding to cart tornado and cart attack, or I mean adding to cart attack, is pretty crazy here too. So that made a huge difference. The other one is investing in the Machine Dragon Wing card. Yeah, unfortunately had to pay that. Earlier in the video I mentioned that it costs about $200 US for this. Today is the last day on global to get it. That definitely helped me be more competitive as well on these instances. The other one is also the, oops, not familiar star card. Getting the Mastering star card also made a big deal as well, made a big difference as well. I don't know where I ended up equipping it, probably when I was doing some transfers, but yeah, that was also a huge difference. Like just being able to invest in luck and getting a big return, I think are really big. So yeah, with these cards, it's definitely been much easier to deal with instances. So yeah, it's been nice to make progress on NoGu. I think right now, and I also got the Gloom card, which also helps with MVP hunting as well, since a lot of the high-end MVPs are affected by this. So yeah, I mean, at this point, and I think I invested in a Moonlight Tendril Star card or something. I'm also saving up to get the Galleon Star card, which I guess is okay for some instances as well. Having the extra wind attack damage is pretty good. I mean, I have the Galleon cards, but I just don't like having to spend like 2,000 Nolan Let's gonna take a look at this. So Snow Owl, 12% headgear for Magic Dragon Breath. I'm guessing 12% skill damage is best for all, but Snow Owl for some in PvE. Yeah, I mean, I think Magic Dragon Breath, it's hard to say. Like 12% skill damage versus 12% increased damage for water and fire. It's hard to say. I think you'd have to try it out. Do I have Magic Dragon Breath? Let me just quickly try it out. I might actually have it. Let me just unequip this first and I'll give it a quick try. I do have Magic Dragon Breath. So on Discord for codes. Oh, yeah. So hey, coins. Yeah, definitely message me on Discord. That's the easiest way for me to send people codes and keep track of stuff. I see Haruya saying, I didn't log in for almost 2 years. Does returning rewards get my account? Yeah, you should get some returning stuff. Whenever I've been inactive, you definitely can get stuff. Snow Owl on your face, which is better for Genos? I think Genos. Oh, so Snowy Owl. Whenever you have the inferior element. Oh, hold on. Let me just. This really annoying glitch on Frontier. Let me just go to Aldebaran instead. I'm not sure if other people keep getting this, but man, this bug is super annoying, where you keep sort of getting stuck in a loop. So I might need to log back out again. This bug is straight up one of the worst bugs in the game. Okay, I might need to relog it back in. Just give me a second. So the Snowy Owl is good for PvE. I don't think it's for PvP. You kind of can't tell whether you're dealing better on the inferior element or not. But yeah, someone is asking Vega Bond Star better. So for Novice Guardian, the Mastering Star card is the better card. I think a bunch of people have done tests for it. And I think, yeah, most of the late game Novice Guardians I've seen use Mastering Star card. That's just what people use. Yes, the 50% move speed mount can help Novice Guardian. It makes a huge difference for boost. That's one of the ones that is probably a first priority. I know right now mounts are going, like because of the shopping event that they have, people are dumping mounts on the exchange. But I did see the reindeer one today is like 900 million. So definitely not cheap. But I find mounts are very hard to get these days. Yeah, mounts are crazy expensive. Plus, dang, this bug.
Go to another city.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me just go to Aldebaran. So what I'm testing right now, someone asked about Magic Dragon Breath. Just gonna test that out quickly. Okay, so someone was sorry if I'm butchering your name. Q8 was mentioning if you know how Lord of Vayne works, you'll know that White Owl is so much better than 12% skill damage. So Joseph was saying above Vega Star, you can drop Luck and add Vit and Int to survive better. Yeah, I mean, so far for Novice Guardian, I found that I don't have an issue with survivability with it. I mean, for PvP, definitely, but for PvE, I found that I can live long enough to deal damage, so it's not really a problem for me. So let me just quickly try out the... Let me just quickly try out the Magic Dragon Breath thing that people were mentioning. When people are asking about Genos, so Genos, you can do both fire and wind with its skill. Let me see if I have my Magic Dragon Breath stuff, but let me switch it to something. I'll just switch it to something neutral. Because, yeah, just to try out the double thing. So... let's see if I have Dragon Breath available. Let's see. Dust off this RM. I do not have the magic dragon breath like lance thing. So, yep, just gonna use this one. Let me just take out the skill damage one. So luckily, both my headwear are not enhanced or have enchants on it. So the reason why is, for videos, I often want plain versions. Otherwise, people are going to complain that it's not a balanced thing. So if you're wondering why I haven't touched these ones, there's 0 enchants on them. It's because for damage tests. So let me equip this one, which is the Holy Knight's Blessing. So I also agree that it really shouldn't beat out Homestead of Snowy Owl. Let me see if I have... Oh, man. Ooh, I may not have enough skills to do it. Oh, I think I do have enough. Magic Dragon Breath. Let me just get... I'm not going to invest in it this time. Okay, let me just try prepare for elite. Hitting it for 7-5 once. Or, all right, there's the almost like recursion thing where you do more damage. Let me just try to get it consistent. Okay, so 807 is more or less the damage for this. If I switch to Homestead of Snowy Owl, also no enchants on it. We get the double dip on it. Oh, is it worse? Okay, let me get the recursion thing going. I mean, I guess it depends on the element. So because there's no extra damage, because I set to neutral, then I guess naturally it would be worse. But say if I switched it to... I don't know, Earth. Wait, no, not Earth. I don't know, maybe Fire, there'd be a difference. So 871 or 93 is the max. So 9 million is max. And then switch to skill damage. Yeah, so I guess in that case, because we're double dipping, plus it's the elemental weakness, then Homestead is better. I'm not sure if that's what people are expecting. So let me just look at the chat one more time. Magic Dragon Breath is int. Yeah, it should be. I mean, I'm using my... I should have max int on this one. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I might need to reset it, but I don't think that'll change the test too much. Let me see what else there is. Thank you. It's appreciated. Main Magic Dragon Breath, and I do a little more damage than your NoGu. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, Magic Dragon Breath can be very powerful. I've seen, especially if you have the plus 15 lance, I've seen some pretty crazy damage that people have done with it. That's cool that you can match NoGu damage with it. I'm just trying to see what else. Okay, so it looks like some people are answering questions. Okay. All right, it looks like we've covered a bunch of stuff. It's that this stream definitely lasted much longer than I thought, but yeah, thanks for people for just keeping the stream super active. So someone's asking about, in your video, use Economist, not Valkyrie. Economist is better. I mean, I chose the Economist for the crit stuff. I don't know. I feel like the continuous crit is better than having one high attack with the Valkyrie. I mean, when you Lex once for that damage, it's not like your Saitama or anything where you're dealing a ton of damage at once. It's like continuous. So I still think Economist is better. That's just for me. Oh, use wings. Okay, so per dead. Okay, so he's probably tested this out and has way more knowledge of the magic class. So, yep. Oh, Joseph says, you know a lot of my guilties. That's good. That's good. All right, and then yeah, I'll be signing off soon. My wife is also here. She was helping moderate stuff as well. So, yep. Yep. Also, this stream wouldn't be possible without her because, you know, she has to make sure the kids are put to bed and not causing craziness during the stream. So thanks a lot to her as well. Yeah, so yeah, this was a great time. Hope people enjoyed this. I will be putting this VOD up as well, probably timestamping a whole bunch of stuff so that people can go to it. I do think some of the job change stuff will be useful for other people as well to view afterwards. So yep, thanks everyone for joining the stream, and I'll see you next time.